Welcome to St. Vith in the east of Belgium for the East Belgian Rally, the penultimate round of the 2019 Jobfixers Belgian Rally Championship. A lot has happened since the previous round, not in the least with championship leader Chris Prinsen. He had to change cars for he was fired by his team, and now he's up with a Skoda Fabia R5 here at the start, the car with which he took the title last year. But it is a change from the VW Polo, but Prinsen has experience enough to get the grips with it rather fast.
Dat was een eenzijdige beslissing van
It was a unilateral decision of Bernard, I want to be clear about that. And well, okay, we've immediately got a new car. It only took literally 15 minutes before I had 5 cars offered to me after the news got around. This is Sebastian Bederet, second in the championship, winner of the previous round, the Omloop van Vlaanderen. Here at the wheel of the Skoda Fabia again, but he has a difficult start in difficult conditions, and he loses almost 20 seconds in the opening 2 stages. We didn't drive very well this morning. We couldn't find a good rhythm, and very slippery stages as well. We had a bit of a scary moment in one of the stages, so we've lost of time there. Julien Furnemore, one of the other candidates for the Belgian Rally title, but he lost a lot of his chances when he had to retire just at the end of the previous round. But here he takes a very good start, and he leads with 10 seconds in hand after only 2 stages. Yeah, I had plenty of confidence in the opening stages. I think I drove well, but I wasn't sure that I had a good time, but it was a good time, so I'm pretty happy with that. But it's still a long rally, and there's now we have to try and get a bit quicker as well. Gilles Mavius, who had a torrid season up until now, tried to make use of these difficult conditions to get a good result, because that's exactly what he needs. We had a good start of the rally. I think we can do better. The first stage was not too bad, a bit of mud, but we can still do better. It's still a long rally in difficult conditions, as always. Here's Dutchman Hans Wijs with the VW Polo, trying to get the grips with the tyres and the wet tarmac.
40 rechts 3. 50. Flauw rechts en 30 links 3. Plus flauw rechts is flauw.
Ik had gewoon niet het gevoel met de auto.
I didn't have the feeling in the car. So now we'll try the softer tyre. I hope it goes better for the next loop. Here's Petrian Michiel Krakow in the Jobfixers Skoda. Lacks a bit of experience on these roads of the Belgian Rally. Still, he's in 7th after 2 stages. Not a bad start then for Krakow.
70, rechts 12 afval. 100, links afval, even rechts, links 22 over top.
Over het algemeen moeten we gewoon tevreden zijn.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Good for confidence. It could be better, but times will follow when it gets up a bit of confidence. That scratch you did in Roeselare was very good. Yeah, it was pretty one of my high points of my career. Here's Niels Rainwood. Had a good season up until now. It's a bit lackluster here in the opening loop, though. He's in just inside the top 10.
We vinden ons ritme niet, maar we mogen niet forceren.
It's impossible to find a good rhythm, but we can't force anything. Try to drive our own speed and try to improve in the next couple of stages. I think normally the next 2 will be better for me. Here's Grégoire Munster, the new junior champion, and he's with an R5 now.
Het is niet makkelijk, maar het gaat wel goed.
It isn't easy, but it's going well. Conditions are tricky, but we drove it full wet tires. Was pretty good.
Easy tempo, ga ik zeggen.
Driving a bit easy here, so we'll see what will happen. It's only a couple of first stages, so we'll try to improve our speed now. Cedric De Checo also with a Skoda Fabia. Just a bit of a surprise because he's in 4th overall after 2 stages. Good start of the rally for him then.
Je me suis bien senti au shakedown jeudi, donc.
I felt well at the shakedown last Thursday, and I tried to repeat it here, and apparently everything went well. I'm pretty happy. Cedric Charin with the new Ford Fiesta, one of the candidates for the title as well, but he hits trouble pretty early on. The electronics let go and he has to retire.
Direct droite 50, attention à la bordure. Hein. Dans gauche à fond pas corde. Ouais, 50 mètres gauche ferme 15.
Visiblement, il y a un problème dans le boîtier.
Yeah, apparently there's a problem with electronics. The engineer, we had the same problem during the shakedown, and I thought it was a sensor, but apparently it's the electronics box. And we don't have a spare part, so that's the retirement, and that's the end of our title chances as well. That's the way it is. I mean, it's a mechanical sport, and it's a part of rallying. And Adrian had a problem in the previous round, and we had a cautious start, and we tried to finish in front of Chris, and we had the same time in the opening stage, so that went well. But now we had to retire pretty early on. That's the way it is. Here are the standings after 2 stages. Furnimal leading from the Mavius, then Princeton, the Checo in 4th, and Bedouin in 5th. We're off for the next 2 stages in the loop of 4 stages. And this is Charles Munster, the younger brother of the new Pirelli Junior champion, Gregoire Munster. Charles getting experience with the Opel Adam Cup. It's not the real R2 car, so he can't really fight with the other juniors at the start. He has a puncture as well, but he's getting mileage in, and that's important. The fight for the Pirelli Junior standings is between 2 Peugeot drivers. This Thibaut Mazin, he's in 2nd for the moment, and he's fighting really hard. After 4 stages, the gap with the leader is only a handful of seconds, 10 seconds to be precise. And that leader is Tobias Bruls. He's a local, he knows these roads very well. Still, he has to fight hard to keep that lead. In the AM Cup, Frankie Bula is fighting to keep his last chances for a renewal of his title, but he will have to be lucky and fight very hard to beat this man, Gunther Mollens, in the always spectacular BMW. In the historics category, Arthur Kerkhover is doing well. He's lost his main rival for the title, Dick DeVeux, who had to retire early. And after 4 stages, it's Gino Keynes in the BMW leading, and only with a couple of seconds in front of Kerkhover. Rain still coming down, and that does not make it easy for the GT drivers. Patrick Sneyers in the Porsche has a tough time in finding the right tyres for these conditions.
Donderdag op de shakedown.
At the shakedown Thursday, everything went perfect. But this morning we tried with these rain tires, which it's a slick with a bit of a profile, but it's a soft tire, but it didn't work. It rained too hard, so we lost some time. So the GT lead is now in the hand of Romain Delay. He's in 10th overall, also driving a Porsche. And he has some 23 seconds in hand over Sneyers.
Allez, gauche 25 et 50 à long, droite 10, 3 on frein pour direct, gauche 31 rasé.
Back to the R5 cars then. Jan Michiel Krakow still in 7th.
Dus voor de middag was het eigenlijk echt wel
This
moeilijk.
morning was difficult, yeah. The first 2 runs were very tricky, and the last 2 stages were a bit drier, but we stayed on full wets, and so it gave some confidence, so that's okay. Munster still in 6th.
We zijn nu met de voorzichtige bandenkeuze.
So we tried for cautious tire choice for driving full wet, but drying, so maybe we should have taken a harder tire, but it's comfortable with the full wet, and to start it's not bad. Sebi Checo losing some time now, dropping to 5th, but still fighting for a podium finish. The gap towards the podium is only 6 seconds.
On est au top 5 là, donc on est en bagarre.
We're still in the top 5, still fighting for the podium. We're only 5 seconds behind. We just dropped a place in the last stage because in the fourth stage of the loop was new to me, so we didn't take too many risks. But still, I knew when starting, so I didn't want to make any mistakes. In fourth now, Sébastien Béderet, trying to get some speed in.
Adrien est très fort ce week-end.
Adrian is very quick this weekend, and it's not our best day today. We can't get any closer, so we'll try to improve a bit, but I think it won't be for the win today. It will not be for the win for Chris Princeton either. He wants to get a good position to start the final round of the Condors Rally in a couple of weeks' time. And he isn't taking any risks with his Skoda Fabia.
Het gaat iedere keer beter. We hadden nu ook de laatste twee.
It's getting better every stage. The last couple of stages we had cut slicks, so that was a bit better. And once I want to try on the throttle very early, and still I'm too late. This car gives so much grip. It's a lot better than the VW Polo. It's small differences. That's what makes a difference. Kylian de Mevius in second.
Oui, bonne confiance, les pneus marchent bien.
Yeah, we had a lot of confidence, tyres working well. I think I drove well, first scratch of the season, that's a good thing. But it's still a long way to go, and it's good to be in that position. Still leading, Adrien Furnemont at the end of the first loop, 13 seconds in hand, good start of the rally for Furnemont.
Ouais, ça marche pas mal, les conditions conviennent.
It's not too bad, these conditions, I really like them. I like the East Belgian Rally. I try to keep focus and drive as fast as possible. I'm not thinking of the championship. I want to do stage by stage as good as possible and see what results we get here and all the other things I'm not thinking about. Furnemont leading, 13 seconds in hand over de Mevius. Dan Prince and Béderet now in fourth and the Checo in fifth. And that's the end of part one. See you after the break. Back in the East Belgian Rally, the penultimate round of the Jobfixers Belgian Rally Championship. The junior category, Charles Munster, young Charles Munster, the younger brother of champion Gregoire, still learning the ropes. Thibaut Mazin trying to get to the front, but losing a couple of seconds towards Tobias Bruls, who's still leading with 18 seconds in hand. We're first of the junior category and second in the R2 category, and we are setting pretty good times, and we're getting closer to Timo van der Marel as well, and I'm pretty happy with that. In the AM Cup, Frankie Boula is still in second with his BMW. He's in 22nd overall. He's lost a bit of time towards this man, Gunther Mollens, on his way to probably the Belgian title in the AM Cup. Martin Kerkhoven has taken the lead in the historics after 8 of the 12 stages, and only has 3 seconds in hand over Geist in his Opel Manta. Romain Delay under pressure of Patrick Sneyers makes a mistake and loses a lot of time, drops to second in the GT category. And Sneyers is now leading with his always spectacular Porsche. And he's in 10th overall as well.
100. Links 74 lang. Remmen voor 50 meter, links 45 voor Withuis.
Among the R5 cars, Niels Reinvoet is still in 9th. Bit of a lonely race for Reinvoet, but getting to ropes with the car. Hans Wijs in 8th with the VW Polo.
60, rem voor flauw links, knijpt naar links 3, draait door, knijpt smal op het einde. Flauw rechts, knijpt naar rechts 2, opent, mooi mooi. 70.
Peter Jan Michiel Krakow in the Skoda Fabia. Still in 7th, but not too far away from the top 5.
En rechts 10 afval. 150. Oké, rechts 20.
Spectacular moment there for Krakow.
vertrouwen begint te komen. En het
I'm getting confidence in the car, and the times are getting better as well. The previous one was a bit difficult, but we had a wrong tyre choice, but it's part of the game, isn't it? So we're happy. Spectacular young monster in 6th now, staying ahead of Krakow, learning the R5 category. And Sebastian Bedere is setting his first scratches of the rally, climbing up to 3rd, but then he makes a mistake and he gets a penalty for cutting the chicane here.
C'était une épingle derrière un ballot.
There was a hairpin behind a bale of straw, and I missed my braking point and didn't want to hit the bill nor the tree, so we passed in between both. But I didn't think we gained any time because I had to pull the handbrake and restart again, so we didn't gain any time. Still, the jury gave him 10 seconds penalty, and Bedere dropped to 5th again. So the Checo was up to 4th again with his Fabia. And Chris Pinson with the Skoda of PTR, Peter Choon Racing, the former Belgian champion, is now up to 3rd. Maybe is still fighting hard and trying to get to the leader. But with 4 stages to go, he has a deficit of 17 seconds. Still, he's improved a lot since the previous round. After Ruselara, we were disappointed, and everybody said what he had to say, and we had a profound change. We have a new engineer now, and everything works well. We even shortened the car as well, which gives feeling comfortable now, and those little changes have made a difference. Still Adrian Furnemore leading. But he was leading at the previous round as well, pretty comfortably, and then the engine let go. So he must feel pretty nervous though, even though he has 17 seconds in hand with 4 stages to go.
There's
still 4 stages to go. It's very tricky, so we have to keep focused and make a good tyre choice and try to go fast. Furnemore leading then with the Baviers in 2nd, Prince now in 3rd, Checo in 4th, and Bedere in 5th. Final loop of 4 stages in the East Belgian Rally, and the sun is setting over the east of Belgium. In the junior category, there was no stopping Tobias Bruls. He knows these roads very well, and in the end he had 20 seconds in hand to take the win in the Pirelli Junior rankings. Thibaut Mazin finishing in 2nd, and young Charles Munster a distant 3rd. Everything went well. We had a difficult start of the season after the incident in the Haspengouw, but we continued to work hard, and now we've won here, and that really is important to me. And champagne for the Pirelli Junior winners. Gunther Mullins takes the win in the AM Cup, and he's the new champion as well. And Arthur Kerkhover takes the win in the Historics, and now has a pretty comfortable lead in the championship standings as well with his Ford Escort. The GT win goes to Patrick Snares, makes no mistakes in the final loop, even climbs a spot in the overall standings, and he finishes up in 9th. Jan Michiel Krakow looked set for a good result, well inside the top 8. Then on the road section, only a couple of meters before the final stages, the Skoda let go, and Krakow had to retire. Completely distraught, of course, so near the finish. That means that Niels Reinvoet has gained spot, and he's now in 8th. And that's the place where he will finish as well. A pretty decent rally for Rainwood and a decent rally for Dutchman Wace as well. Finishing in 7th, first of the non-Skoda drivers. Gregor Munster finishing in 6th. And secondly, the Checo fought for a podium finish right until the final stage. And bizarrely enough, the 3 drivers fighting for a podium finish went off at the same spot, but the Checo lost most time and he dropped to 5th in the end. Fought for championship leader Chris Prinsen in his first rally again with the Skoda Fabia. And Sebastian Berret took 3rd in the end, a important finish for him, for he remains in the fight for the Belgian title. Best result of the year, meanwhile, for Guylain Mevius. 2nd position. A pretty decent rally for the Mevius. No mistakes and a well-deserved podium finish for him. But the win this time, for the 2nd time this year, goes to Adrian Furnemont after winning the Wallonie Rally. Takes the win in the East Belgian as well, and he should have won in the previous round too. This win still gives him a chance, albeit a small one, for the Belgian title in the Jobfixers Championship. He needs to win the final round, then Chris Prinsen cannot finish in the top 3. But for the moment, he will enjoy this win in the East Belgian Rally. Great result for Furnemont.
Après cette belle déception à l'Omloop,
after that disappointing Omloop, we had to rectify everything so everyone could remain motivated for the rest of the season. It was a good day. We took a good start. We made the difference rather early, and after the last loop was a bit difficult because I started thinking of everything that could go wrong, but we remained calm, and after winning the Wallonie earlier, now we finished the East Belgian. We've won Spa last year. We could have won the Omloop, and so there's only the Condors to win now. So, and the next one is the Condors. So we'll try to perform well there as well. So great win for Furnemont at the East Belgian Rally, winning it with 15 seconds in hand over the Mevius. Berret up to 3rd in the final stage. Prinsen down to 4th, and the Checo in 5th. And everything in the Jobfixers Belgian Rally Championship will be decided in the final round, the Condors Rally. Prinsen, Berret, Furnemont and the Mevius in the top 4. Cedric Charan 5th is out of it. That was it for the East Belgian Rally. Final round, the Condors Rally at the beginning of November. See you then.